scanned out. I think it should be courtesy of Red Hawks as Core Memory gets eliminated in 10th place. 9 teams remain. Here comes Esports Divine about to fight the Patriots from Indonesia. Vitality right on their radar.
RHK
Esports Divine on the hunt.
বর্তমানে
Esports Divine, one of the leaders at this day one, looking to continue their prowl into the next circle, but Alpha showing up out of nowhere. Let's see if or not they can get away from this one, because Esports knows exactly what they need to knock down. Vitality standing right in front of Alpha 34. R7 rotating around. Hook gun to get him out of trouble, but they all get sprayed down. By who? By the players of hot shots of everyone at the high ground. They take advantage.
Alpha 34 with that rotation. What was that? They signed that death sentence just with that move without enough information. Esports Divine now gets to move on forward. They got to bring Ray back up, and they do just that. Ray back up to full. Vitality holding behind this container. Azure 25 has a huge job to do. Sees Koju, tags him a little bit, forcing Esports Divine back into this factory area, this garage, this warehouse. And that's going to slow them down for a bit, but Pain Gaming now arrives.
Hotshot versus Red Hawks. That's a battle that we are about to see. And Falcons, yet another Red Hawk on into the mix as well. Then some hot action about to kick off on the opposite side of the battlefield. And we get there in time. AGAL, the Jar takes him down. VSS time, baby. Sanjit finds one for the squad as well, but the container, all the Falcons have for in terms of defense.
Red Hawks is playing on the low ground as well as Fluxo now receives some fire, not just from Hotshot, but also from Team Falcons. Living with the Riptide Rhythm is going to make it even tougher for Fluxo. They're putting up the glue walls, and it's just enough, but a second one comes through. Fluxo could not catch a break at all, but a couple of containers is going to keep them safe for now. Pain Gaming out.
Using the terrain to their advantage. Great play from Fluxo to not waste their glue walls, and they are on the very edge of the next zone as well. So not a lot of space to rotate around. Therefore, Fluxo should be in that final circle. The rest of the chaos about to go down now. But Hot Shots with that high ground advantage. Falcons wants to call their shot here, meeting them halfway.
And Peter has already found Anas, and this is already not a good start for Hotshot. Can they hold on? Sajin gonna get knocked out by Kororo. The glue wall secures his demise. Is down in this tree for Hotshot. They need to hold this ground. Falcons knows that the takeover is one step to completion. Kororo from the flank couldn't find an entry in, but Hotshot, they got a lot coming their way.
Yeah, the Steppy was pulled out a tad bit too late, but it does defend them from a couple of grenades. Now Hotshot's barricaded by their own glue walls. Falcons finally making their way around, but yet another defensive glue wall pulled out. But that one falls like a paper wall.
ভাই এখনো 6টা টিম আছে
On the side of Hotshot, and Falcons are not slowing down just yet. Action gets away for the time being, but that's about the end of it as Peter pulls away the final player from the side of
আজকে 3টা কিল বের করেছে এখনো
by the hands of Falcons all by Fluxo. But with that takeover,
আজকে 3টা কিল আছে
at least for this moment, it's going to
but that's about the end of it as Peter pulls away the final player from the side of
আজকে 3টা কিল বের করেছে এখনো
as they now face off against Red Hawks on the low ground.
Come on, man. Consistency is key, and Red Hawks are kicking it out there. Still alive. But 5 squads remaining here. Make that 4 as Cypher shows up in front of Peter, who's on absolute fire in this final circle. Circles moving on. Fluxo doesn't really need to rotate all that too far. Limit with the smart plays, with the glue wall melters before those defenses can even be erected.
This is going to be a tough rotation. Red Hawks wants to make the first move, but AimGod finds Blade, and there's not really much time to bring him back out. The glue walls desperately being thrown to protect him, but Kutush ends up being a victim of that as the rest of Esports Divine are going to show up to clean up what they started. Blade takes out Ray with the trip mine, but that's pretty much it. Red Hawks out in 4th.
Out in 4th, Fluxo down by 1 man. They've got a little bit too little in their tank bombs with the rotation. Jump pad now right in front of Esports. Fluxo, I don't know if or not they are calling the gods of shot straight towards them, but now Falcons at the very top. They wanted double booyah at the start of this day, and they may just as well pull this one off.
Again, they took over where Hotshot was, and it gave them the best position to work with. High ground leverage, and on top of that, good rotation into this moving circle. Esports Divine getting dispatched left, right, and center. Falcons with 9 eliminations under their belt. Ball's about to run into Peter. This is a good angle for them to go for the swing.
And now, with EVOS kind of slowing things down a tad bit, Falcons are in trouble. Fluxo knows exactly the kind of danger that awaits them from up above. those grenades could come raining down on them, but everybody's waiting for that circle to close on down. This one is now turning out to be a troublesome situation. Do we depend on those med kits, or do we depend on some final second pandemonium as Butches in finds aim god, puts him down 6 feet under as well. Evos has no chance to pull the booyah.
That is good for Fluxo. They got 3 members left. They just have to hold this ground. Starts by taking out Evo's Esports, because that is the contender. That is going to be the team that is challenging them for space. But if they can hold this, they are going to force Fluxo to play level.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. Fluxo, a slow start indeed, but Peter, M592 the ahead, puts down bombs. Your MVP from the global stage, and without him, this one gets a tad bit more difficult. Pushes him down as well. Jiu, the final survivor, taken out of the equation, and the one and only Falcons, your champions of Free Fire EWC 24, showing that they can rise up to the top when they want to.
2 booyahs in 3 rounds. Falcons built to withstand hardship, built to withstand altitude, and built to withstand the deserts of Kalahari. Another clean round, great understanding of rotation. Hotshot Esports was the key, and Falcons swoop in on that.
Brother, in Bermuda and in Kalahari, history repeats. They almost got wiped out. One single survivor. The comeback is holy hell real with the Falcons here. It's just the Riyadh buff. They know how to absorb that extra energy from the sun. I tell you, we need to figure out how they're doing this.
I don't know. This team is this Team Falcons are the closest to the headquarters, right? You feel the energy from all the trophies they collected, the plaques from last year. But there's another team that I want to give special credit to. Just a tad bit of mention. Evo's Divine once more stepping it up. Yeah. Sure, they didn't finish with a booyah, but they finished in 3rd place with a heck of a lot of eliminations. And once more, the top 2 teams from last year are stepping it up again.
Absolutely, man. And with Russia on their side, the Wonder Kid finally able to play on the big stage. The only thing stopping him in the past was his age. He's just 16 years old. He's got millions of fans on YouTube all through Free Fire, and he's now here to show the seniors how to play the game really well. And unfortunately for him, the Thai team still a step ahead of the Indonesian squads. Evos Esports, although they do beat them in eliminations, they just could not grab the booyah for the first time in the day. But of course, they are dangerously close to that final circle. Time and time again, consistency is key, and they've got that.
Yeah. It's the best definition of your worst enemy is yourself. Fluxo stepping it up in round number 3, right? We needed to see them really pick up the pace, but thankfully in round number 3, not just Fluxo, Pain Gaming also showing us that Brazilians are not to be trifled with. Yeah, the cold start kind of sucked a little bit, but now the engines have warmed up. They're able to start shifting gears, and Fluxo being able to hold their ground for so long is mad impressive.
Yeah, man, Haja tried to trick all of us. They were like, she's like, you know, the Brazilians won't do all that too well on this map. They were rocking it, right? And Fluxo getting into the final circle shows us the fight in them. But of course, we have got the stage. Let's bring up the interview with the winners.
Wow, what we have seen so far. Double booyah for Team Falcons, and of course, some incredible Free Fire matches. So right now, let's talk to Peter from Team Falcons. Last year, he won AWC with his previous team, but also with Team Falcons. And right now, let's throw him some questions. I have him here, his translator, and we're gonna do this communication between us. Okay, first question. What was the talk or strategy that helped you start the day so strong and end up at the top of the standing so far?
ก็สำหรับคำถามแรกนะครับอยากจะถามว่ามีแผนอะไรบ้างครับที่เตรียมมาก่อนหน้านี้ทำให้การ performance ของทีมเนี่ยอยู่บนท็อปของตารางเลยครับตั้งแต่เปิดตัดแข่งมา
ก็แผนไม่มีอะไรมากครับก็แค่ยิงให้เขารู้จักครับว่าเราก็ไม่ได้มาแบบเป็นหมูให้เขาเชื่อครับ
So there's no plan at all. We are here just like to hunt everyone down one by one and show them like what we got.
Wow. Okay, that's a good answer. I like that, Peter. And the second question is, you are the defending champions, the reigning champions of AWC 24. How much pressure is there to repeat this title this year?
ก็ในปีที่แล้วเราเป็นถึงขั้นแชมป์นะครับของ EWC 2024 นะครับและในปีนี้เนี่ยเรากลับมาอีกครั้งเพื่อเป็นทำหน้าที่ป้องกันแชมป์นะครับผมแล้วก็พยายามที่จะได้แชมป์ในสมัยที่2อยากทราบว่ามีความกดดันอะไรบ้างไหมครับ
ก็ไม่ได้กดดันอะไรมากครับ ก็แค่เราก็เล่นตามสไตล์ของเราครับ ถ้าป้องกันแชมป์ก็จะป้องกันแชมป์ไม่ได้ครับ
Actually, there's no pressure at all for him or like for anyone in the teams. We are here just like to defend the champs.
Okay, no pressure. Hunter other teams. We have heard enough from Team Falcons. And let's wait what else we are gonna watch for the next match. But right now, it's time for a quick break. So let's watch more Free Fire actions in a couple minutes.